That Reuters report says the G2 draft statement makes no mention of waiving patents to boost production of vaccines and drugs. But that is something that U.S. President Joe Biden is now taking the lead on. A major announcement that has many world agencies reacting strongly this morning. Our senior Washington editor, Lindsay Duncombe, is on the story. Something of a surprise move from the U.S. president. What is he saying, Lindsay, and why is he saying it now?
Well, Joe Biden and the administration was under pressure from the Democrats, from advocates, from lobbyists to live up to the campaign promise of being a global health leader. And we look at the situation right now, which is that countries such as India and countries in South America are facing these devastating outbreaks at the same time as countries such as the UK and the United States, where they have the capacity to develop, to manufacture, and to distribute vaccines, are coming out of the pandemic. So after what was reportedly weeks and months of internal deliberation on this, the U.S. Trade Representative Katherine Tai came out and put a statement out saying that while the United States strongly supports intellectual property provisions, extraordinary times call for extraordinary measures. And this was something that was backed up by the U.S. Surgeon General. Here's what he had to say.
It was a statement that put people over patents. It was about leading in the world and helping producing what the world needed at a time of unprecedented crisis. If we stick together, if we work together, if we help work and collaborate with countries around the world, I do believe we will turn this pandemic around.
So in theory, Heather, what this means is that there could be more generic manufacturing of vaccines. In practice, that's a whole lot easier said than done, especially when it comes to the mRNA vaccine from Pfizer and Moderna, because that requires really sophisticated manufacturing facilities that aren't really available in the developing world. And we have heard from the pharmaceutical companies on this. They don't like it. They say that it could be dangerous. Their concerns are that if you have additional production, this could make the supplies less available, disrupting existing production plans. And they also warn about counterfeit vaccines. However, there is a cash motivation for these companies, and we did see the stocks of pharmaceutical companies manufacturing vaccines drop on the announcement of this news.
What's going to happen next then in this story, Lindsay?
Well, nothing is going to happen quickly because really what the U.S. has signaled is that they want to move in this direction, but they can't do that alone. This goes to the WTO. The WTO does not have another formal meeting where this could be addressed until June, so weeks at best. And other countries, including those countries represented by the EU, haven't been on board on really disrupting the intellectual property provisions as well. So we've heard from the EU that based on the U.S. decision, they're open to talking, but this really just means more talks. And if you combine that with the manufacturing issue, this is something that will take time, if indeed it ever does result in additional generic manufacturing of vaccines.
Lindsay, thank you very much for that. Our senior Washington editor is Lindsay Duncombe.